Hello and welcome into Duck TV Sports Friday Update. I'm Anthony Piganelli.
And I'm Chris Brooklier.
Even with all of Oregon's struggles this season, there's still buzz that the Ducks could make it into the NCAA tournament, with Oregon guard John Lloyd saying he thinks the team is bound for a run. But first, head coach Dana Altman said they should focus on getting a win against their rival Washington Huskies. Let's get to it. John Lloyd looking to become the winningest player in Oregon history, and the Ducks get it going early. Joseph Young, corner, 3 spot. That's the Ducks' 3 points of the game. Then later on, Desmond Simmons misses his own jump shot, but makes it, gets his own rebound, puts in the layup. Washington up early, 8-7. Later on, nice ball movement by the Huskies, in and then out. It results in a 3-pointer by Nigel William Goss. The Huskies were up 3 at half. But the Ducks would get it going early in the second half. They'd have a 14-0 run to start. Jonathan Lloyd from 3 land, make it 54-50 Ducks. The Huskies would not give up though. They had a lot of fight in them. Look at this. Ooh! Nice behind the back. Drives it all the way to the hole and finishes. Huskies were only down 3 late, 73-70. Ducks have lost a lot of games, late in games, but not this time. Mike Moser, bam! Ducks win 78-71. This win would also be the 500th for Dana Altman in his career as a Division I head coach. All right, now Anthony, Oregon's next opponent, Washington State, 9-17 overall, 2-12 in conference. And a lot's been made about Oregon's defensive struggles, but against the Cougars, the Ducks held them to 44 points, which is the low for Oregon on defense. Devontae Lacey, however, Washington State's leading scorer, wasn't in that game. He'll be in this one. He's averaging over 19 points. How much of an impact do you think he'll make in this game?
Well, Chris, anytime that you get your leading scorer back, no matter if you're a top team or a bottom tier team, it's going to have a huge impact. You can almost guarantee that this game is going to be a lot closer. I would bet my salary that Washington State will score more than 44 points in this contest on Sunday against Oregon. The other thing is that in those 7 games that Lacey missed, that 19 points per game that he brought to the table, Washington State was just 1-6. That is absolutely dreadful. So again, look for a much more competitive game on Sunday.
All right, and on the other side, we know Oregon can score, but they've had trouble scoring on the inside, scoring in the post. Mike Moser's supposed to be that guy. He struggled in Pac-12 play, or at least most of it. However, in the last 2 games, he's averaging 17 points a game. He had 15 against Oregon State, 20 against Washington. Do you think he's going to be that guy down the stretch for the Ducks to get it on the inside and score consistently?
Not only do I think he's going to be that guy, Chris, he has to be that guy because the times that Oregon has lost close games this season in Pac-12 play, which there have been a lot of those losses, it's because it's been the Joseph Young show with him scoring 20-plus points and then no one else steps up. There needs to be that consistent second or third scorer. Now with Moser, the reason he's been doing so well these past 2 games, better shot selection. Washington game, 8 for 12. He's been knocking down his 3-pointers better. He's taking more shots in rhythm, and that's exactly the kind of play that you want from a guy like Moser. I think if him and other guys such as Damian Dotson and Jason Calise step up, then the Ducks will have a very successful last 5 games in the season play.
Okay, now big picture. There's 5 games for the Ducks. They play against the Arizona schools, they play against the Los Angeles schools, and Washington State, like we mentioned earlier. What's their outlook for the season? How do they end it?
Well, it's a little bit tricky. So you have teams like Washington State and USC. Those are fairly easier wins, to say the least. Now, UCLA, Arizona, and Arizona State. All 3 of those teams Oregon lost to by combined 6 points, 2 points each. So while it would be unrealistic to say that Oregon can go 5-0 against all 5 of these teams and they can beat those 3 powerhouses because they lost close games to them, I think it would be realistically safe to say that they could either go 3-2, best case scenario 4-1, and be a very interesting bubble team going into March.
Definitely. They have the talent to do it. At one point, they were ranked 10th in the nation. They were 13-0. People forget about that, but it will be interesting to see how they end their season.
Well, thanks for joining us. For Anthony Piganelli, I'm Chris Brooklier.